all-consuming, exhausting, mentally straining. The wind is the real killer today. I am done. I've got a big decision to make. I'm standing in Badwater Basin in Death Valley. This is the lowest point in North America. So I'm about to begin. It's only 5 or 6 degrees right now, but let's get moving, let's get through day 2. I've just got this one climb here. Just a few days into my journey in Nevada, I know I've got only 6 weeks to complete this ride. I know it's going to be 10 weeks until I see my family again. There's been a lot of climbing, and I can tell you, I'm feeling every meter with this 50 kilogram fully loaded steel bike. I've got a huge amount of distance to cover. My bike is weighing 50 kilograms. My body is in bits. All of my tendons and ligaments are painful and swollen. That was a tough old climb over the course of about 20 miles. And so I'm glad to get to the top. These roads sometimes can go on for 50 miles dead straight into the distance, and the progress just seems painfully slow. It feels like I'm cycling through treacle. That's what it feels like. The physical challenge, that's one thing, but the mental battle, that's where it really gets you. It's really hard to keep yourself motivated in those days. I'm just done. I'm done for today. So, just made it to the little town. My body is stiff, it's sore. I'm having these mental battles. I'm wondering what I'm doing it all for. My neck and shoulders, because I'm sat all day like this, looking slightly up, were so swollen and sore that I couldn't even swallow hard food. I'd need to chop up all my food just to swallow it, and I still needed to eat 5,000 calories a day. So to get back on the bike each morning was, really, really uncomfortable, really painful. I'm gonna get on the bike, get moving. I'm cycling north through Nevada, way up on the plateau there at about 2,000 meters. I've got gale force headwinds directly into my face. And so as I'm turning the pedals on my heavy bike, I'm just making no progress. Yeah, this is about 65 miles into the day. To be honest, I've not enjoyed today. I've just been caught in this really negative loop of thoughts. And just, thinking about home a lot. 2 days into a 10-week journey. Pretty daunting, to be honest, and definitely been having doubts about if I've just bitten off way more than I can chew. I think if you do something like this and you're trying to really push it and do something really hard, there's always going to be a pain barrier. For me, that happened within a couple of days, and it was a huge mental battle to get through that. Feeling rested and re-energized. Today I get some downhill, which will be amazing. Next town is about 29 miles away, so I'll stop there for a late breakfast. What can you find to motivate yourself to continue? I'd think to myself, right, just do another 10 miles and you can have a short break. Just do another, even half an hour and then you can have another break.
I'm done. I'm really tired.
If I was to think about the 3,000 odd miles I got ahead of me in those first few days, it would have been way too much. You've got to really think about what is your deep driving purpose, what's your deep driving motivator, what is it you're doing this for?
This is what it's all about. It really is special to be cycling through a landscape like this.
I've got two incredible young children, amazing wife back home. They're making their own sacrifices for me to be out there and attempt this challenge. I'm missing them really dearly.
I'm now just 4.5 miles away from the end of day 8, and it has been the longest, toughest day yet.
I would imagine having a conversation with my young children when they're a bit older and saying to them, look, I had a dream once. I tried it and it was too hard, so I just gave up. Having that conversation was so unthinkable that it just spurred me on to get back on the bike and to carry on going north.
All I can think about is tomorrow I'll be waking up and doing a Easter egg hunt with my two young children, and I'm out here pedaling away and finding it really quite tough. And
I'm not maybe the sort of person who is in touch with my emotions as well as I could, but there were a couple of moments there where I could feel a tear in my eye because of just bringing back the memories and going through some real hardships. There was one moment in British Columbia actually, where I was actually thinking about my grandmother. I know how much my grandparents loved my old kids, and I knew how much she loved me, and she was amazing. Unfortunately, we lost her a couple of years ago. Almost when she went, I was in such a rush with life that maybe I hadn't stopped to think about the profound impact that she'd had on me as a young person. I'm hoping that maybe she feels proud of me doing what I'm doing today. It's rare, I think, in the modern world that we have an opportunity to really sit with our thoughts. For me, I'd be sitting with my thoughts for 10 hours a day as I pedal that bike north through North America. That's a long time to be in your mind. You never know quite where it's going to take you, particularly when you're going through this hard physical effort. But in many ways, that's all part of the journey.
so this is not what I was expecting today. Desert snow.
I'd struggled through the mountains of Oregon where we have blizzards, and I was covered in ice, and you can see the ice on my sunglasses as I'm cycling down a freezing hill. I'm already in all my winter gear, and I don't know now if it's possible for me to actually complete this journey.
As you can see, I'm caught in something of a blizzard up here in the mountains. What a day it's been. We've had rain, strong winds, and now there's a bit of a snow flurry. This is probably a sign of things to come.
I just about got back on track with my timings. I've been pushing really hard. My body's starting to recover. And for the first time, I think to myself, this might just be possible.
I'm riding my bike and feeling good.
It was a real empowering moment and felt like the first big milestone. I was approaching the end of this long ride after 6 hard weeks. I was cycling up the hills. I could see Denali in the distance. And I knew now that the hard part of this ride was over. It was an absolute euphoric moment.
I'm right now on my way to the end of the ride.
Mountaineering teaches you the art of patience. You've got to be patient. You've got to wait for your turn to take your steps. When we reached Camp 4 at 4,300 metres, a 6-day storm rolled in. We're playing cards, we're brushing the snow off the roof every couple of hours, we're building snow walls to protect ourselves. After 6 days of bad weather, eventually we got a short break in the weather and we thought we could go for a summit push. That morning I'd been messaging with my 3-year-old daughter on my satellite device, and we were talking about the various things we were going to do when I got home. And so definitely home was on my mind.
As you can see, it's quite tricky. There's lots of lumps and bumps, crevasses to be mindful of.
Then at last we reached the final ridgeline which will take us to the summit. This is a 10-year dream that I've been thinking about, obsessing about for the last decade of my life. Now at last I could see that summit 100 metres away with the sun bouncing off it, and that was the very first time in my mind I'd allowed myself to believe that we were going to get there and we were going to stand on that summit.
So we're on that way from Camp 3 to Camp 4 today. It's a very windy, cold day.
Every step counted. We needed to protect ourselves step by step. Eventually, we got ourselves onto the summit of Denali.
How was it?
We embraced as a team. We hugged each other. We stood on that summit, and the wind suddenly dropped.
What it's all about.
And it was just this immense feeling of pride, of joy, of relief, of satisfaction. We all shed a tear behind our mirrored sunglasses and goggles, and we just thought how lucky we were to complete this journey, to do it in the style we wanted to. It was one of the most remarkable feelings I can ever remember.
I've just arrived on the summit of Denali to complete my 3,500 mile journey. There are a million one ways this journey could have failed, but as I reflect on the journey and the big question that many people ask me of why, well, this is my why. It's my 3-year-old daughter and my 1-year-old son. I hope this shows that with enough hard work, preparation and resilience, we can chase those biggest dreams.
Sometimes we need to go through those exceptionally hard moments and deep, dark moments to experience the immense joys that we can see on the other side. This whole journey, I experienced everything along that entire paradigm.
So that's Death Valley to Denali, over and out. It's time to go home.